My name is Olivia Graeve, and I am the director of the ENLACE program. I'm also a faculty member in the Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering here at UC San Diego. It started basically the summer when I arrived at UCSD. I arrived at the end of 2012, and I started it the summer of 2013. It came about because of my own interest in establishing binational relationships. I am from Tijuana, and bringing students from Tijuana is the way that I started. The program is now much, much larger, and it includes students from all over Mexico and from all over the US. So I started with the border, but then it just took on a life of its own, and it grew into what it is now.
Being involved in a cross-border program, I think, is one of the most unique aspects of ENLACE. I think you get to hear perspectives from people from all over Latin America, and it's really interesting, especially for me because I grown up in a border city, and so you get a lot of parts of the culture kind of crossing over. And so you think you sort of know a thing or two, but then this is just a completely different experience, especially because you're living and eating and studying, just sharing your time 100% of the time.
Creo que muchas veces se piensa que si bien somos vecinos, los países son tan diferentes, pero también tienen tantas similitudes. Un programa como este realmente ayuda a los estudiantes tanto de aquí como los estudiantes que venimos de México para entender la cultura y cómo se trabaja en un ambiente totalmente diferente.
The summer research experience at the high school and at the undergraduate level is preparing you for graduate education. It's preparing you to be more creative, to think outside the box, and to be able to, from a logistical point of view, meet faculty that can eventually be people that can write letters of recommendation for you. Educating students not just in the context of building these lifelong friendships, but also in the context of more STEM professionals in all fields of STEM. The engineering sciences for sure, biological sciences, the physical sciences, the health sciences, all of these areas are important. And if we can grow both of these things at the same time, I think that's pretty awesome. There are close to 100 faculty that are involved with the program that have made a commitment to basically accept students in their research laboratories over the summer. It is a 7-week program through summer. The students are participating in the program not just as observers, but as full participants in the research activities of the laboratory that they get assigned to. They work under the direct supervision of a PhD student or a postdoctoral researcher, and they run experiments and support the activities of the PhD student. And so it's not just that they are sort of running little experiments that are not meaningful. It is that they are contributing to the research that is being done here on our campus at UC San Diego.
I was contacted by Olivia Graeve, who started this program, and she asked me if I could host a couple of students. And of course, when you're starting, you really try to always say yes to everything. But eventually, I realized that it was an excellent opportunity. I'm Mexican, and having the opportunity to kind of train students who maybe are from Mexico or whose parents are from Mexico, for me was like kind of marvelous opportunity to give back, right, to the people who helped me out. I know how many students, they really want that chance to do research. And it's something that they hear about, how research is important for your personal development, for the challenge that we have as a society, and they want to do it. But of course, research, especially in the STEM field, is expensive, right? Not many schools afford to have labs. So having the space and giving them the opportunity to practice, to play with instruments, to envision new things, new materials, just open their minds about new capabilities and new options for their future, right? That's for the personal side. But honestly, I think as a society, we also need these students to be trained, right? With the analytical skills, with the idea about how can I solve problems, how can I do things better with what we have. So I think from many levels, from the personal individuals who want to have their dreams and personal career goals, at the society level, that we have challenges ahead and we need this mindset, right, to solve the problems.
Cuando llegamos, el profesor Oscar nos recibe y trabajamos en básicamente lo que vamos a hacer en el día. Nos da un poco la explicación teórica de qué vamos a hacer y cómo lo vamos a hacer. Algunas veces nos suele explicar él de manera práctica, él hace el procedimiento y después nosotros lo realizamos durante el día.
I'm in mechanical engineering, and so I was, nanotechnology is always, you see it in the movies, and it's pretty cool. And so I definitely thought it was interesting. I really did like being in the lab, and just the whole lab experience was new for me as well, which I enjoyed. I initially thought that because it wasn't really related to my field and I wasn't applying, the theory I would learn in classes, that it wouldn't be as enjoyable. But I still think it was a really enjoyable experience, mainly just working with the people in the lab and just getting exposed to that environment was really great.
Creo que he aprendido que todos tenemos diferentes habilidades y que en un laboratorio, siendo tan útil el poder colaborar entre nosotros, cada quien puede aportar lo que sabe y cada quien puede aprender lo que viene en las prácticas o en el trabajo de día a día.
The most important thing, and I think is basically, I want the students to feel confident that they can do it, that they are able to manipulate the instruments, that they are able to do the experiments and present the results, right? Because that's the main things that the researchers do. And I just want them to have this feeling, hey, I asked you to do this experiment and you did it, right? It's not magic, it's just putting the time, the effort, and like your homework, right? And you can do it.
ENLACE has helped me in many ways. First and foremost, this is a research program, and I feel it has prepared me academically. Being in the lab, it was my first time, and so I got a sense of what it's like to be a researcher and the sort of environment. And, it's helped me clarify the sort of path I want to take in my future if I want to go into academia and research.
Primero que nada, me ha dado la oportunidad de darme cuenta que realmente quiero estudiar el doctorado, continuar mi carrera en la investigación. Y creo que me ha preparado mucho, sobre todo para entender diferentes contextos y aprender un poco de la cultura que se tiene aquí y que es la cultura del trabajo.
The kind of characteristics that I'm looking for in a student, a prospective student to the program, are resiliency, interest in working hard, and the capacity to transition to a field of research that you may never have thought of as an area of interest for you. Especially at the high school level, students they think they have an idea of what they want to do when they go into college. And I think that if you come to this program, you may discover that you are looking for something else. And so to have that experience of seeing what the different fields of STEM offer, which is way more than you probably have experienced as a student in high school and in college, that is really the benefit of this program.